Ah, the Boulevardier. In its most basic, simplified form, it is a Negroni with whiskey instead of gin. However, I think this drink takes on a lot of great flavors. To me, I think I like it a little better than Negroni, to be quite honest. And the reason I'm making this drink, you may have seen my last video, which was about Dad's Hat Rye Whiskey. And as I mentioned, I do have a project with Rye Whiskey I'm working on. There's a link in the description below if you want to find out more about that Rye Whiskey project. Something completely different than Aunt Idiot's Liquor. But I said in that video that I was going to come back with a recipe utilizing Rye Whiskey. A lot of times you'll see a Boulevardier made with bourbon, which is totally cool. You can make it with rye as well. And I like it with rye. So we're going to make this drink. Very, very simplistic drink. I'm going to make it in a stirring glass. Oh yeah. I'm going to make it in a stirring glass. It's going to be 1.5 of an ounce of the rye. Nice spiciness we're going to get out of this Rye Whiskey. I'm almost through the bottle already. Just bought the thing. We're going to follow this up with some Campari. Now, Campari is a bitter. It's not something like Angostura where it's a non-potable bitter. This is actually a potable bitter, meaning you can drink it on its own. 1 ounce. And by that, I don't mean you can't drink Angostura. I just mean it's so bitter, you're not likely to want to drink Angostura, which is what makes it non-potable. This, being potable, means it's a little less bitter. You can put it on ice and drink it straight. A lot of times in Italy, that's actually what they'll do using it. But that's the difference between potable, non-potable when it comes to bitters. Finally, some sweet vermouth. I'm using Carpo Antica. Yeah, Carpano Antica. I always call it the wrong thing. But it's Carpano Antica. And it's going to be 1 ounce of our sweet vermouth. Oh yes. Don't forget to refrigerate your vermouth once you open it, by the way. Some people don't know that. Now you do. We're just going to add some ice to this one and give it a really nice stir. You really just want to stir it for like 15, 20 seconds just to make sure it gets nice and cool. You don't want to over dilute it. Just want it to be nice and cool. Now that we have that stirred up very nicely, we're going to put this in a glass. Normally you're going to chill the glass, or it's up to you. You could put it on 1 giant cube of ice like you would just some whiskey on the rocks. That's a nice way to serve it as well, but this particular time I'm going to strain it into a cocktail glass, and you have to forgive me for not having the proper strainer. I'm using a Hawthorne here. I have a julep, don't know what I did with it, so okay, not quite finished yet though. We are going to take a citrus peel and just kind of use a nice little peeler, get a nice cut of orange. I like to use a nice longer swath and squeeze that over the top. You'll express some of the oils. You can rub it around the edges. I've seen people rub it on the inside of the glass. That way when you pick it up, that essence is going to be on your fingers. You're going to taste that, or not, you're going to smell that. And it's a really, really nice smell, that essential oil that's going to come from the peel of the orange. But that's it. That is how you make a Boulevardier. Boulevardier. It does not go off the tongue nicely. But it goes down the hatch nicely. So, I'll take it. Man. It's a nice blend of bitter with the spice from the rye. A Negroni, a lot of times you'll find, is made with equal parts. 1, 1, and 1. I bump up the whiskey on this because I think it is better that way. That is a good drink. I like that better than the Negroni, to be honest. I don't know what you folks think. Personally, I'll pick this over a Negroni any day of the week. But that is all for this one. And don't forget, I am on that journey in 2020 to make 100 cocktails this year. If you want to follow that, you can hit subscribe down below. Hit that bell icon. That way you're not missing out on any of my future drinks. Till next time, thanks for watching this. And remember, if this idiot can do it, so can you. Cheers.